Hey, welcome to my channel. This week we are going to a new place, the city of Sith in Ramanagara. We are almost there near the resort, Campfire Circle Resort. Thanks for coming. Just I want to understand from your viewpoint, how was the day for you?
Unexpected day, and it was very nice and fantastic day.
How do you say unexpected day?
The reason is I didn't expect us to come to this place today.
Okay, something you know about this place?
No. First time I'm coming to know about this place.
Okay, when I shared the itinerary and the location map, did you go through that?
Sorry, boss, I didn't actually, because that last 3 days were so hectic for me. So I didn't get a time to glimpse also. So, but it's very nice. Surprisingly, it is very nice, and then I'm thoroughly enjoying.
So how do you describe this place around?
Describe means, yep.
Because in front of you there is a lake. You're sitting on the rock by the side of the lake. That is full of green. There are hills and mountains. And that is a rock.
Absolute silence, and then it's completely nature friendly. See, towards my right hand side, there is a rock. On the top of the rock, there is a temple. Hanuman temple is there. When you just look just opposite to where I'm sitting, there is another rock. There I could see some house on the top of it. And towards my left hand side, I think it's a road connecting to the resort. But altogether, it's a very fantastic place. And especially this evening, I could remember only one song for this evening.
What is that song?
बड़े अच्छे लगते हैं.
ऐसा ही क्या?
Can you sing 2 lines for me?
You have to sing. You told the song.
But I don't know the lyrics, but still I will try. बड़े अच्छे लगते हैं ये धरती.
Great, great, great. Then, how do you make yourself comfortable when you come outside? What is that one thing you always look about when you're trying to come outside? Okay, like this, you're going to spend time in the nature. How you're going to connect?
First of all, when I come out, I want absolute silence.
Can you
Okay.
speak a little louder?
Yeah. I expect absolute silence because away from the city life, one I really looking forward for. Then the second one is, see, this kind of a place when you sit, it completely connects you to the heavenly feeling. So I thoroughly enjoy generally, and today also I'm enjoying this moment as well.
Perfect. Great. What is that one thing it comes to your mind when you are away from home, when you are in nature? What is that, you don't want to do? One thing you don't want to do at all when you come outside?
One thing which I don't want to do it, cooking and kitchen.
Thank you. Yeah, of course, you need to have a break from the monotonous what on a day in, day out we do, right?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. So that is the reason, I try to find some location like this where you can spend some, worth of your time, be with the nature, enjoy the breeze, see the birds around, see the duck over there. Oh, everything is so beautiful. You want to describe something?
One thing is, when you come for a trip like this with a family, it is more enjoyable. But we two are here, and that's also fine now.
Perfect. Then, what is the most prominent thing that comes to your mind, okay, when you come such a, outside of your home, coming out of your comfort zone, and what is that prominent thing that you would look that I need, if I come here, I need this?
Generally, I don't expect anything when I come to a place. When I come, wherever I go, I just enjoy the place and I'll come back.
Okay, your accommodation you won't see?
You are there to take care of it, right? Always. You know my choice and preference. So then, with you, I don't need to think about anything else.
That's very diplomatic, but what you would look like, that is what. Why? Because when we see a property, generally we look around, right? We need this, because here in this property, in this Campfire Circle, here the tents, it is more nature related activities and more of a pitching of tent happens here. Hardly they have 4 huts and 1 octagon tent, right? Which is 4 African huts, I think so they called it, and which has got a attached bathroom, toilet and restroom, and many tents are pitched in, and the common toilet and the restroom has to be used. So that is one thing, but overall it's around a place where it is inside the nature. Let's meet then in our next outing, wherever let me find out what is the next place. Thank you.
Good morning, Rami.
Hey, good morning.
Um, Very fresh morning today. We both have come to the trekking area. How are you feeling today's morning?
See, from the far, actually, I thought that okay, we can climb this, these rocks, but it's very steep. But eventually, after coming here, it's not that easy. So we have to change our mind. Halfway, we have to take a D route, and we have to come and sit here. We have to relax. Still, we are somewhere around 70 to 80 feet from the ground level. Yeah, but it's not that easy, but it's very pleasant early in the morning. Beautiful sunrise, beautiful wind, the birds around, the peacock and other birds. We could hear the beautiful sound.
One quick question. From the beginning, are you an adventurous guy or this passion started somewhere in between?
See, life is full of adventure. I don't know right from my childhood. I used to be called as a mischievous guy. But I had so much of energy in me. I want to do something like, I will climb the tree. I will jump from one particular branch to the other branch, something like this. So I had that inclination, okay, something I wanted to do physically, as well as that had pushed my mind also to take some tough, path to go and do adventurous. That is where I relate myself to.
Okay. Okay. So now I also came to know that you have a lot of bikes and you keep going for the riding. Okay. So what is the something which pushed you to do this?
Oh, something you came to know or you see?
I see generally.
Of course, that's a fact. That's a fact. I buy and keep it, then you will come to know. What you said is true. I never disclose that I'm going to buy to anyone. Why? Because I keep that to my heart. If I,
Sometimes what is there in the heart, it comes out.
Yeah, of course. When you come and see in the ground floor in the garage, you will see so many bikes are standing one day, and suddenly you will ask, when did this come? So I know that one. So keeping the joke apart, see, from a biking standpoint, my dad used to ride Java, the original Czechoslovakian bike, way back in 70s. So somewhere I, had that passion, the sound, the way he rides, that, it starts all from there. But, I kept it back of my mind, let me not try till I grew up and I joined the defense forces. Then I started exploring myself, buying a bike, then going across the places. Then that was the start. Then in between for about 8 to 10 years, my passion, I put it on a stop because my career, I need to lift it up. So that is where I focused. But after that, then I thought, okay, now the time has come, let me go back and start the biking. So that is how it's going, it's continuing.
So far, how many bikes you have or you had, and then what is your future plan?
It's a good way, good way of putting and taking the things out. Okay, all put together, if I have to say, in the last 4 to 5 years, I owned 18 bikes, out of which, at one given point of time, I had around 8 bikes. So it became so tough for me to, maintain from an inventory standpoint, from insurance, then, getting it serviced. I need to maintain a Pakka Excel, then I need to go through all those stuff. Then I started, selling it off one by one. Right now, I do have 5. But my dream bike, of course, Harley Davidson is one. Beyond which, now I started, liking the Tiger 850. It's good ADV bike, and it's very, it very well suits my height, my weight, and I can maneuver. So that way I feel comfortable with that ADV. But any given point of time, still my mind goes back to, one bike I still, have, that is BMW GSA 1250 or 1300. I don't know. Let me see. The height, weight, as I'm also getting aged, I need to be a bit mindful about that also. But right now I'm comfortable. Of course, the electric bike which I took, F77, is something a different sport altogether. That I ride it for my some pleasure from a speed perspective. Why? Because it has got a high torque, and I can travel not very long distance. I need to plan, but for short distance, say around 120 kilometers, 130 kilometers, that should be a perfect bike. So I have different bikes for different tours, terrains. So that is how I play around with these toys.
All said and done, which bike is very close to your heart?
I have two bikes, rather I need to say close to my heart. One is the Harley Bob. Number two is the Tiger Sport. These are two are very like my both eyes.
Very interesting. Anything else you wanted to add?
Just I wanted to ask you also. I know that you used to ride, not the bikes, the scooters and the mopeds in those days. Of course, scooters used to ride, but suddenly the passion for riding went off from you. Probably, it was a very long period after we shifted ourselves from, Jodhpur or Delhi back to Bangalore. That is where I think you started giving it up. Any plan that you want to get back onto that?
There are two facts which really is stopping me from riding. One is that the Bangalore traffic. It's very terrific, really terrific. Number two, since my workplace is very close to my house, so then now the need for riding the two-wheeler stopped, and then of course you are there.
Perfect. So why I asked this question, there is a reason. Why? Because I have booked a Tesseract, like the electric one, which is having high tech. So it will be delivered in January 2026. So my plan was we both can ride together. We can go for at least 150 kilometers or max 180 kilometers, 200 kilometers to a next destination, right? And then because these are all the plans that I envisage and make it. So I want to put this into practice. So how feasible it is, because it's in your hands.
Let's see. I mean, now it's too early to say. Anyway, next year there is one more year to
Already
go.
I booked it.
Fine. Let's see that time. Okay, if time and everything permits, let's hope for the best.
Why time?
Because I still work.
Okay.
So
I do
time
work.
is. Yeah, I agree. But your way of working is your style of working. Your work style is totally different than mine.
Of
So
course I agree.
mine is physical presence is needed in the workplace, whereas yours is flexible, little hybrid. So you can afford to do that.
Okay.
I think it's getting little windy.
Hey, thank you.